Red light there.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Police Service Board meeting for today. Anyway, I'd like to call the meeting to order. And are there any pecuniary interests?
None known.
Okay. Delegation?
We don't have any.
None. Circulation of prior meetings minutes. Have you had time to look at the minutes? Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Seconded. And all in favor? Okay, motion carried.
Second to catch up.
Sorry, I'm talking way too
That's
fast.
all right.
Good. Any business arising from the minutes?
Not for me.
I have none. Okay. Any council issues, correspondence?
Actually, if we go back to the business horizon from the minutes, there was an item there.
Oh.
That conference being held
Oh,
back
yes.
in Toronto on February 27th and 28th near the airport. And it's a conference to discuss the Community Safety and Policing Act. So it's a summit just to cover that. Actually, Ron had suggested that we have somebody there. So I just wonder if anybody is able or planning to attend that, and I can make arrangements for them.
I will not be able to because
Yeah.
I am just coming in from the Dominion.
Can you tell me what the dates are, please?
February 27th and 28th.
So, we're in negotiations.
Okay.
It's sold out.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh, there, that answers the question.
Is there opportunity to be there virtually, Ron? No?
No, so the plan was that we're gonna have a virtual option, but it became cost prohibitive.
Maybe we could follow up and find out if someone from Lambton's going. Just to share, they could share information with us from the Lambton chapter.
Do you happen to know, Ron, if anyone from Lambton's going?
I don't know.
Okay, we'll find out.
I'll find out when I go out for the next county meeting, but yeah, I would have gone, except that we're starting union negotiations at that time.
And I'm on vacation, so sorry.
Me too.
Nice.
All right.
Okay. New business. You're up, Chris.
Well, it doesn't matter. Luke can't decide to go anyway because it's filled.
Right.
So that's the answer.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
No, it's perfect. We knew you had an appointment.
No, it was weird because, I was just. Sorry about this.
Yeah, no problem.
I was working on my trades for today.
We're on the new business and Chris is up.
Hi, Chris.
So you got here.
See it for you, don't worry.
Time for his
So
report.
you're perfect.
No peculiar.
Yeah.
Yes. So he's all caught up.
There you go.
Sorry about that.
Okay, well, just going through the report here and some of the highlights. So during the month of November, there was 101 dedicated cruiser patrol hours, 20.5 foot patrol hours. And school patrol, there was 14 dedicated hours. Over to December, 149.5 hours of cruiser patrol, 9.25 of foot patrol hours, and it's 6 dedicated hours for school patrol. A couple of media releases specific to Point Edward and both from the media officer from November and December. There's the Remembrance Day ceremony. In November, there was an incident in Point Edward at the school. A 12-year-old male was assaulted by another 12-year-old male. Police responded, and then from that event, they followed up with the school, and the school resource officer was looking at some programs for bullying and teamwork, stuff like that. So, and then December, there was the incident during the one community event. There was the 63-year-old male that had chased down 2 12-year-olds, and there were some charges as a result of that. So that, I think that's still before the courts, as far as I know. Moving over to crime, there's a couple more occurrences with fraud kind of related calls for service, like scam related calls and things like that, online frauds. So again, there'll be more media releases about that, and then I think he's looking to set up a presentation again. I think there was one done before at the library, so he'll do something again in the future, just keep the awareness going.
What is someone to do if they get a call or an email? Are they supposed to call someone or you just ignore it, or like
Uh,
you report it or don't you? Like, what do you do?
Yeah, I'd say the calls or the emails, just to, unless you absolutely know who it is or can verify it, it's guaranteed a scam. I've got them on my phone too, where it's not a 519 number and it throws you off, right? It's a local number. But otherwise, if it's gone to the level where you've transferred money or got rid into it, I mean, first of all, notify your bank so they can put a stop on things and deal with it. They'll have the best, like they could take action right away, and they have all the security measures in place too. And they could they might want a police report as well, so then you can notify us and they'll have the number, and then we could be aware of most of the scams we're usually familiar with and they're ongoing. As far as tracking down people, like it's difficult. It won't be someone local usually, so but the bank will be able to dive into that, and they deal with this stuff every single day too, so they'll know what to do, how to stop it, and where it's coming from, or maybe they've already looked into it from someone else's account too, so.
So if you do not actually bite on the thing, should you be even reporting it, or you just hang up? Or like, I got an email the other day and they said they're from the minister of the church and I'm the clerk of session, and they were asking for help for a family.
Yeah.
And at first I'm like, okay. And then I looked at the email address and it was Pastor EPC, whatever church is. So I'm trying to call them and I'm like, you don't really want stuff, right? Like, and again, I wasn't going to get it anyway, but then you think, okay, do I send someone this email, or do you just delete it, or what do you do? Like, should I be telling someone?
I mean, it's up to you. If you think it's something local and a couple of people are talking about it, sure, yeah, it's nothing wrong with reporting it, then we could share it as well.
Okay.
But at the same time, like, I was only thinking, because I know for myself, I get them 10 times a day, every day, right? Either whether text to my phone or a phone call, like to have my ducks fixed or whatever it may be, right? So, or emails to my personal account, or even my work email gets emails about, hey, we'd like to schedule a meeting with you to do an estimate for your workplace, but they have no idea, you know what I mean? It's all scam, right? So I guess you'd be calling like 10 times a day,
Yeah.
right? Is what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
Yeah. Up to you.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I mean, I get a lot, because I get a lot of email, but I got one the other day and I asked CAO Burns about it, and then he clicks on the email at the top.
Yeah.
And that's a dead giveaway, because it was nobody, like
Right.
it was
Yeah.
not a legit email.
Mhm.
But sometimes they are. I got one from a lady at work with her work email and it wasn't her. And they actually had
Oh,
her
they had-
email address.
It's
Because
not-
it used to be that I'd click at the
Yeah.
thing and you could tell.
Yeah,
But sometimes they're actually legit emails that they're coming from, which is weird.
yeah.
But I think that there's a way to forward them or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to tell what's what, because I mean, at my house, we order stuff from Amazon, like, every day, right? But
Yeah,
I mean, so whether you get a text to say your package is delayed, so,
Yeah.
okay, it's really delayed, or, you don't know what, I never click on it anyways, but it's confusing, right?
Yeah,
It'd be
or,
easy to fall.
there was
for it.
no secure place to leave your package. Please provide details.
Right,
I got that one the
Yeah.
other day, and I
Yeah.
had ordered something, but I
Yeah.
ignored it, and the thing was on my porch when I got home.
exactly,
so-
yeah, so it'd be so easy to fall for it.
But they
right?
know when you have stuff coming.
Yeah,
They seem to.
I know.
I think, Carolyn, when you get one specific like that, that's from your church, you might want to circulate it to your network within the church.
That's
She
what I
did.
did.
She
I
did.
sent everyone
Yeah.
at church, and then somebody else had gotten one from another local church as well. So obviously they're doing something with churches. So again, I don't know, do we report it or I just want everybody at the church, don't reply, don't
That's
ever
what I'm
respond to
right,
this.
You're right, because like, we could tell more people too, or do a media thing, so everyone knows, like, there's what's going around and what's the newest thing. So maybe not everyone's heard about it, but sure.
So in that situation, would I call over to the Point Arrow Police Station, or do I call the 1-800 number for the OPP?
Either way, if it's during the day, you can call the local number, but if not,
Okay.
then call that non-emergency number.
Perfect. That just clarifies for other people as
Yeah,
well.
sure.
So figure if I don't know, they don't know.
Yeah, like I said, it's like, I've almost fell for one too. It's so easy, right? Because you do a packages coming, or you did talk to whatever, right? It's all relates to what you're doing, and it'd be easy to fall for, so.
Well, this one was from the minister and he was looking to help a family. So
Yeah.
he's looking to help a family and they need some gift cards.
Yeah.
So
want
can you
to
go
buy
grab,
gift cards
can you
to
grab
give
the
it.
gift cards? And I'm like, man, no, not doing it, but again, it was just that, right? It could have been that easy for someone else to do it.
I know even the, or I guess it's on the street, but yeah, Pure Litter, FedEx, stuff like that, like all those people there that work there, they're up to date too, because they have people coming in there, they want to transfer this to, so and so, and they'll kind of, are you sure? And they'll go through it too, because they're familiar with the scams too, so.
Yeah,
Yeah, which helps, right? But-
Yeah.
Be on their toes all the time.
yeah,
Yeah,
Okay, third.
That scam with the churches sounds like they're preying on the elderlies
Yes.
and their soft spots, so.
So we sent it out to all our members so that everybody knows what's happening. And I said, no one will ever ask you for gift cards.
Right.
Unless it's in person
Yeah.
for a family, right?
right,
So,
yeah, for sure.
sorry, I just had to ask.
No, that was a good, that's a popular one, so
well,
that's a really good one.
it's our world right now is what's happening. It's
And AI is only multiplying it.
every single day. you know.
AI is simply
Yeah.
multiplying the complexity of it.
CSU unit intercepted a package of cannabis related products and it was worth $45,000. For traffic, I think I touched base with a couple of you before, just over email. We had that, there was all those couple break and enters that happened at the businesses during that time, and then plus we have the ongoing stuff at the hotels, right? That's from the parking lots, so during that time, I created a focus patrol, like specifically to like dedicate officers every single shift, and then it resulted in the arrest of the one.
The plaid coat.
Yeah, exactly.
The green flag
It was-
coat.
It was perfect, so.
Yeah, it was
and-
perfect. And then
Yeah,
I just appreciated getting the update, and then I appreciate it when people know that, hey, the picture was put out there
mm,
and it did lead to an arrest.
Apprehension.
yeah.
So, because sometimes you can't see the person or you can't see the details, so.
Well, I think when you're putting cameras in, it's an expense,
Yeah.
right? And so people are like, one more thing I
Yeah.
gotta do and I gotta pay to secure. So at least you know that having the cameras
It worked.
can help.
Yeah.
Right?
For sure, yeah, so, well, in that case, it was.
We didn't get any of our stuff back,
It was
but
dead on, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
hey,
So again, so that is still, that focus patrol occurrence is still open and ongoing, during that times, during those occurrences, though, there was over 100 occurrences generated over that one weekend. That's a combination with the foot patrol, cruiser patrol, property checks, there was, those officers as well, there was an impaired driving occurrence, a wanted person was located just on walking through Point Edward, they didn't have no warrant, so just with that amount of effort,
Wow,
there was big, like, good results back, at that
Mhm.
time. And then again, the hotels there was concentrated efforts on that just for, stuff that's going on, stuff in the past, and then a few of the property checks, like, in the back of the one hotel, most of those containers just unlocked and sitting there, so they followed up with the construction workers and, whether people were storing stuff there or sleeping there too, in some cases, but that's been dealt with too, so. School patrols are continuing to be signed every day, ride programs are continuing. And I mentioned too, like on that other report that was completed, there was 40 ride programs conducted in relation to the festive ride program. That's a combination with the local officers that were signed, and then as well as municipal, the ride grants that were out during that time as well. And those locations were set up again on that map on the page 2. You could see all the locations. There's well, whatever that is, 20 different locations all through the village, right? So just so the awareness was out there for sure. So
what is, your one category, e-ticket? There was
E-ticket.
6,
so those are tickets in relation to the ride programs. The
Okay.
E-ticket, we don't, well, we do rate paper tickets.
but it was related to
But now,
that.
we only do e-tickets if we don't have a cruiser, if we're on foot patrol, but otherwise
Okay.
the tickets are generated in the car. So it's just called the e-ticket. If we, in the car on the computer, it's an e-ticket program. You just, instead of giving someone a paper copy, we do the ticket right there in the car. It goes directly to MTO,
Okay,
right then and there. And then we just print it out in the car and issue it to the,
and then there was, 5 actual impaired,
there was actually 7 impaired.
7,
Yeah,
okay.
So when it says duplicate occurrence, Is that an impaired or is that just a duplicate of?
Just, like say, like a traffic occurrence generated, but is in relation to, say someone got stopped for speeding and it resulted in, them being suspended, then there'd be, it's two occurrences, but the same incident, so there's two in that category, so.
Okay,
Sergeant Tweed? Just on e-ticket.
Yep.
And I double thought, I thought it was an electronic vehicle.
Mhm.
Like, you know, like a scooter or something
No.
else. Okay, I understand your definition now,
Mhm.
but is there anything, because there was a friend of ours that was hit in May by a e-scooter. Okay,
Okay,
the person had no insurance,
oh, okay,
no license,
Yeah.
no helmet, and she ended up 3 weeks in the hospital. Is there, like, what's the current status with those electronic vehicles, not vehicles, but ways of traveling?
well, there's actually a whole chart on that too, just for the different classifications, whether they're, you know, muscular power operated or, you know, there's a motor, stuff like that. So different rules for operating them, because in some cases, someone's chartered with impaired and they can't drive a car, so they'll get one of those, but it's still not, it's not allowed unless they pedal them, right, basically. So they have only muscular power, so, so yeah, so in that case, if they're, otherwise, depends how big it is and what it is, and I have to look at the current, it was in May. You said?
No, it wasn't here, it was
Okay.
in Toronto.
Oh, okay,
The
yeah.
person was from Sarnia, but it happened in Toronto.
Yeah, so they still have, you know, they still have to be. They have to see the size of it or what, like I said, through the classification of it, but yeah, they still have to obey the rules of the road. Nothing like that would change, or, you know, someone through a bicycle too, it depends what it is, but
What do we do for public information on?
I have a couple things with that, I'll send it out and. Sure, because that's good to know, there's a lot of that stuff coming.
Because spring's coming up and there's,
Yeah.
they start coming out and everything like that.
Yeah, there's, well, there's talk about that, the low speed vehicle stuff has come up a couple times. Yeah, they are selling more of those, and you're right, with the summertime, people, those will be out again on the trails and on the roads and.
Is there any way that we can distribute those things within the point of sale, where the people are made aware of the responsibility right as soon as they buy?
Yeah, I'm sure they give out pamphlets, or I hope they would, yeah, just to tell them the rules, or as far as, you know, wearing a helmet or rules of the road, or license insurance for some of them, or, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, but no, I have information on that, and either
Okay.
I'll
I'll get
send
more
it out,
information for the next.
I'll send it
meeting.
out to the media officer
Thank
too,
you.
yeah, for sure. That's good one to bring up.
More public awareness
Yeah,
of
for
the
sure,
responsibility of that driver, the owner of that,
yeah,
you know, that
absolutely.
pedal.
Yeah.
So to speak.
Well, because you're right, 'cause that's, there are so many different classifications now, and I'm like.
It's gotta be.
I'd have to see the chart, and, you know, at sometimes when I'm stopping
Yeah.
somebody just to make sure.
Can you imagine working under those conditions? Okay, but.
Yeah, or are they pedaling it, or are they using the engine, or whatever, right? Depends on their license status, right? That's the biggest thing that comes up, so.
Unbelievable.
So, yeah, so was there any more questions about the ride programs, stats?
No.
That's new, this
That was,
morning, so,
Thank you.
A good initiative.
yeah, there was a lot of good results, so. Yeah, so that tops off the.
that's your report.
Yep.
Does anybody have any questions?
Under new business. Or
Business?
are we at?
Nope, we'll decide, well, I need to make a motion then, if nobody has any questions
Sure.
for Chris. Can I get a motion, please, to accept his report?
I'll
Luke,
second it.
second by Bev, all in favor? Motion carried. Perfect. Thank you so much, Chris.
Thank you.
Okay, new business.
So just under new business, the city of Sarnia is currently collecting information from their residents around e-bikes.
Hmm.
And whether or not they would be allowed on trails.
Great.
So in Point Edward, e-bikes are banned from our trails.
Mhm.
And I know you know that, I'm just, there's signs up saying. You know, no e-bikes,
Right.
but we'll have to be aware.
Mhm.
Watch and see what happens in the city. So that, you know, all the trails connect.
Yeah.
So if they say you can and we're saying you can't, we'll have to be watching.
Yeah, for sure,
for-
you're right, yeah.
I don't know
for
what, I
sure.
mean, we don't know yet what they're going to do, but it's just an awareness of the impact.
Oh, that's a good point, for sure, that'll come up.
Yeah,
Now, if someone's on a bike that has electric component, but they're pedaling. How does that, are they allowed on the, because I have a guy like that I've seen in the morning when I'm out walking and he's always pedaling. But he was showing me his bike and it was pretty cool. And it is able, like if he gets to a hill or something, it helps him go up, but he does pedal the bike every day. So is he allowed to have that on? Like, how does that work?
That's what Chris goes to the chart. check.
Yeah, well, because that's the thing we run into, right? Like, I mean, so, like, for some examples, if someone has an impaired, they can't operate anything, but then they could pedal. So, and then, I guess on the trail, are we making sure if they're allowed to pedal, then what if they turn the motor on, what if they don't? You know what I mean? I don't know how, it's either, I guess you leave it up to, are they allowed or not, basically, that could be the simplest thing, or.
Well, and this bike just looked like a regular bike.
Yeah.
Like it didn't
Yeah.
look like a
There's something,
special.
right? That's what I mean, it would come up for sure, so.
as long as they're just pedaling, but
Yeah.
then. And it would be difficult to catch somebody, but.
Yeah.
Call them out if they're using the motor.
Right. Yeah.
Anything else under new business?
No, that's all I had. I just wanted-
Okay, do I have to have a motioner to move that we just discussed that in new business or?
No,
Okay,
we
perfect.
don't, because there was no forwarding action. It's just information.
Okay, financial statements. Does anybody have any questions regarding the financials? No, can I get a motion to approve them, please? Lou? Second,
Seconded.
Bev, all in favor? Motion carried. Next meeting date, sir?
We had talked about moving to like the last Thursday of the month. Is that a reasonable thing to do? Is that how we want to proceed, or?
As long as it stays at 9 or 9:30, because I have laws on that day every month, so
Right, it may have to go a little bit, so.
I'm
that
okay
would
till
be-
11:30.
this is March. That's probably our budget day. No,
Oh,
it won't be. March 21st, so March 28th
March 28th.
at 9:30.
I'll be on vacation, but I can ask, I'll ask for coverage.
Yeah, I don't think you can do it.
I can't?
You can't, no.
Okay. I start holidays on the 25th. March 25th.
Why don't we do one more March 21st?
We have budget that day.
Okay, I'm
And
sorry.
it's all
Yeah.
day.
Highly likely to be all day.
Yeah, well, sorry. The day is open for the budget. What about if we did it on the 20th? It's an unusual date, but just so we get it in before I leave.
March 20th.
Is that all right?
March 20th?
Yeah, it's a Wednesday.
Yep. 9 o'clock?
9 o'clock,
Okay,
perfect.
thank you.
March 20th at 9 AM, perfect. And could I have a motion to adjourn the meeting? Lou, thank you.
Bev opened it,
Sorry.
Bev opened it and I'll close it.
There you
again.
go.
Yeah, sorry,
Excellent. Well, thank you.
thank you.
Sorry, I was late.
And thank you, Ron, for tuning in on your busy day. We appreciate it. Oh, you're muted, but I can see what you said.
Yeah, no problem. Happy to attend. I will get there in person. I just have one quick question. Are we still with everybody else, or are we offline now?
We're still online. Hold on one sec.
Okay.
Ron, is that the Gordie Howe Bridge behind you?